And we are recording. Okay. First, I just want to say welcome. I see a David on and Anthony. We're so excited that you're here. We've got a Daryl hopping on here soon as well. When you ladies see your male guests, would you please give them a hello in the chat? Definitely want them to feel welcome here. And I'm going to introduce our speaker today. I'm going to put this actually in speaker view so we can see him up close and personal. Mr. Tom Challan is in the house. This man completely came in like a storm and changed my life. And I owe a lot to him and his expertise, but I'm going to give you a little bit of a bio. Uh, Tom is married to one of my favorite human beings in the whole entire world. I love his wife, Kim, and they've been married for 23 years. They have four gorgeous daughters, and one set of twins who I feel like they're my own. He's super passionate for creating wealth while having a life, which I also admire. His, of course, values are faith, family, health, and wealth in that order. He's a top earner in this industry, and he has been for many years. He's also a performance coach, equipping people to have their most productive day. You guys, this guy is all the things. And for those of you guys that know him and know him like I do, we also know and appreciate his coaching and all of what he gives to us in Savvy. I'm going to hurry and mute all of you guys really quick, and then we're going to go from there. Tom, go ahead and unmute yourself again. Let's see, there you are. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're going to bring the man of the hour out. Tom, why Savvy? Why should guys join a new company that's just getting started leading with women's athleisure wear?
Yeah, that's only the question of the day, at least once a day, every day for 365 days in a row. So I don't know why it's taking this long, Christy. Thank you so much for taking the initiative. I know Amy White, every single leader has been saying, hey, why don't we do this? And it's like, let's, this is the official group one we're going to do right now for men specifically on why the heck is Savvy right for you if you're a man here right now. So let me go ahead and real quick click this. Give me a second here. And as you could tell, I was doing well, not just man things, but man and women things. I was just cycling. So I just rushed right in here, and I'm excited to be here with all of you today. And Christy, you're an amazing leader. You broke records this year. You got an amazing team of leaders, and Kim and I are honored to be here with you. So let's go ahead and let's dive right into it. Men like it to the point, by the way, women. So my goal is to get right to the point and share with you why Savvy, why now. But I want to tell you the backstory really fastly. My wife and I have been doing this our entire adult life, like literally since she was 19, I was 21. We're both 48 years old. This is what we know inside, outward, backward, breathing it, living it, learning from it, having failures in it, succeeding in it wildly, making millions of dollars in it, losing it more times than I want to talk about. So we know what's out there in the marketplace for women for sure, but also for men. And for the last 10 years, we got into a place where we sold our distributorship as a #1 income earner from our last business. And for the last 10 years, almost by default, we were doing coaching and consultant to the entire industry that we're in right now, which is the team building, leveraging, networking industry that you are looking at right now with Savvy, same exact business model. So we got to coach the wellness companies, the travel companies, all the different niches out there, and we get to see which compensation's working, what products really working for men and women, what is really creating the kind of leverage in the lifestyle that I see really working. Because I get to ask when I'm coaching, people pay me for coaching, and I'm like, so what's your income level like? How long is it taking you to get to that income level? What's your rate of duplication? What are the top earners making? So I get to ask all the probing questions from hundreds of companies over 10 years to really dissect where is the BS in this industry and what is really working 10 years ago, but more importantly, what's working now. With all that said, why Savvy, why now? Literally, I keep pointing to this right here, but this space less than this far away from me is where my sweetest wife in the whole world of 23 years came up to me trembling because I'm a very strong man. And she said, I'm called to do another business, Tom. And she has been my right hand and my left hand person for 23 years, every day, all day. And I'm not saying it's easy all the time for sure, but we've been doing life together and business together and everything together. And she pretty much runs our coaching and consultant business. So when she said she wants to do Savvy, the company that you're looking at right now, I told her, no way. There's just no way. Because our overhead at that time was $50,000 a month in our coaching, just for employees, software, and expenses. So there's no way that we could have taken on another project or take her diversion away from that, even if even if it could make an extra 5 or 10 or 15, it had to be pretty significant, pretty fast for us to even think about that. And she looked me in the eye again. She says, Tom, I know I'm called to do this. And I'm like, okay, because she's never led a business like this ever before. So she went for it. And she started with 13 women, Christy Belson being one of them, who's never traditionally built a team like this ever before. Not one person comes from a network marketing background of success. They've been in network marketing. No one's been in traditional hardcore sales or anything like that. Those 13 women she wanted to start with friends, not relationships in this industry like so many people think. She started organically connecting with 13 women, and the movement turned into 17,000 people. So many of you have heard that part of the story. We got to $4.4 million of sales because of Courtney Nine, Amy White, Christy Belston, Lisa Van Horn, Miranda Higginbotham, and so many other amazing leaders that partnered and said, I'm in, despite all the bumps, the bruises that happened this year. All right. So now let's talk about this. So we know this is, without a question, the best vehicle for women, I believe, from my experience in this entire industry that we've ever seen. Can you hit mute, Christy, please, for Robbie? The best income vehicle that Kim and I have ever seen with any product out there for women. And yes, I know this is for men, so stick with me, men, because women first, right? So we already know that. It's the best timing of the marketplace. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I love wellness nutritional products. I have a lot of friends in wellness, nutritional, skincare, all those great products out there. But I'm going to tell you right now, it is not just a little bit saturated. It is a lot saturated. Transfer this, change this makeup, and you have to educate people on why this makeup is a little bit more organic or a little bit better here or a little bit better here. And you have to get people to switch their thinking to become your customer in almost every other product out there in the marketplace. So again, the reason why so many women are winning without sales experience, like Courtney Nine, who's a minivan mama, busy with kids, and Danetta Hines with triplets, the reason why it's working so well is because there's an ease of simplicity of explaining it to become a customer. There's an ease of simplicity when people are like, okay, so how do I do this business? You refer people to Zooms or online communities. Let us do the fashion show or presenting how the business works. And you decide if we like you and you like us and we're supposed to partner and we're going to do business together. And that's how so many women have been able to replicate and build an incredible, powerful income for so many people. And so now let's talk about this for men. Men, the thing that most men want to know is this a viable income stream for my income, my goals, my passions, your dreams. And so many people have this perception that why in the world, I'm not passionate about wearing athletic leisure. I look like I'm wearing tights, but I just got back from cycling, right? But I don't wear athletic leisure except for TikTok videos once in a while for goofy promotions, right? And you can too, men, if you're kind of dorky like me. You don't have to, by the way. You don't, just saying, you just don't have to. So it's a mindset, men, because this vehicle, men want to see is the vehicle work. And people always say, well, how do I reach out? Where do I get my customers from? The same exact way I do, and the same exact way Christy does, and the same way that the person that's referring you this does. We just reach out. I'll just give you an example. I reach out to women all day. I'm one of the top personal enrollers in the entire company, aside from my wife. And oh, by the way, I didn't finish the story. So my wife got started. I was still working the coaching, but I saw what happened after about a month and a half. And I came to her with my tail tucked and I'm like, honey, can I please join you? And can I work with you in this athletic yoga pant women movement? Because what I understand is I see this as from a man's perspective, the most powerful income vehicle in the world. I know that sounds hypey and blah, blah. You hear this junk all over the internet. I truly, authentically, look, I'm at a point where I'm super competitive. I don't want to waste my time financially for my family. I have really big goals I feel like I'm catching up on in life. Another story. And I want to know, I looked at financial companies and companies I thought might fit me better. And at the end of the day, this is where you make money where the momentum is. You make money with momentum. You don't make money because you love a cool man product. You don't make money because of this other company fits what you like. You make money because you're coming on a train that's already proven to move at 1,000 miles an hour. And you take your passion, men, you take your energy and you attach it to that locomotive. It just happens to be a woman movement. And to be honest, we don't have to have a bunch of men here. I'm not saying we don't want, but we really don't need a bunch of men here because the women freaking crush this thing. So for me, I reach out to 99.99% women. And here's why. And I'm going to teach you how to do the same thing. Doesn't mean, of course, you can't reach out to men. Of course you can, because a few smart men are figuring out this is a rocking vehicle. So how I reach out to women is just like my wife does. Hey, I see that you're into fitness. Hey, I see that you're a mom of four. Compliment them always and just say, hey, are you open to taking a peek at what my partner and I, let's just say your partner's Christy or Miranda. Hey, my partner Miranda and I are launching new Athletic Leisure, and she wanted me to reach out to you specifically to see if you're open to taking a look at our Athletic Leisure movement or Athletic Leisure company or our business or whatever you say. And we have tons of words and scripts and all that thing to teach you how to do all the simplicity of that. So I'm not necessarily, a lot of people say, well, it's weird for me to reach out to women. It's only in your mind. It's not. It's really simple. It's only a mindset. And I have no problem reaching out to women. And I get an incredible response back. And if you are the right fit for us, and you may not be, but if you are the right fit as a man for us, we'll teach you how to, the lingo is simple. What to say, how to say it is really simple. So I could open up for questions here in a minute, but just the thing I will tell you is this works for women. And here, one more thing that I never expected. It took me 25 years to understand this. The reason why this is so much fun for women and men is when we get together in Mexico, and let me just share something. We're going to get together at least every 4 to 6 months somewhere throughout the world, wherever we can go. Right now, it happens to be Mexico because you can load up on your vitamin D, you can load up, and we have hundreds of people coming to Mexico every few months, right? And then again, we're going to go around the world here very soon. And what's really interesting is what you're going to experience is a culture. You make money with the right team and the right culture. We already know we have the right business model with Savvy. But what's also very powerful here is you have like-minded women that are bringing in positive, like-minded women. Some are into fitness, some are not, but they all have, it seems like the culture and the dynamic that's being attracted here are incredible women who want to win, that are attracting other women who want to win. And again, a few smart men are coming along here as well. And we have a handful of very successful men here at Savvy as well. But what's also really cool, some of you are like, well, I don't know if I want to hang out in Mexico with a bunch of women. Some of you are like, I do want to hang out in Mexico with a bunch of women, especially if you're single, right? But even if you're married, it's like, why would you want to be a part of a women's movement? Because there's a bunch of cool husbands. The cool women have cool spouses and boyfriends and relationships. I get to hang out with some of the coolest dudes in the world. Josh Higginbotham, Ryan Belliston, Matt O'Brien. I haven't met Mr. Nine yet, but we get to hang around people like some of the coolest men in the world. So I can keep going, but I want to stop really quick and make sure that, Christy, I'm hitting all the points that you want to hit for men and all the questions that a lot of men are sharing with you. Let's go ahead and make sure we tackle any of the other questions that men are asking about this business.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to open this up for questions. I see that we also have Julian on board. We have Lewis that just joined us. We have a lot of guys on here. Guys, if you have questions, this is the time to ask. What questions do you have? Maybe it's how to get started. My husband, he does a business with me. So we do this together. If you're a husband and wife and you're like, how do you guys do this together? He's a pilot. He has a full-time job, full-time, corporate career. And basically he reaches out to people and says, you got to talk to my wife. She's doing this thing and she's blowing up. And that's all he says. And he's like building this huge business just by doing that. So it is really, really simple, but go ahead and unmute yourself. And if you have any questions, this is a really great time to ask, or if you're shy, you can put it in the chat as well.
And then women, get ready too, if you have questions that come in from the men too.
So what about single men? That's one question that we have.
Well, I mean, if I was a single man, I think I'd be here for sure.
I know, right? That one's a little bit of a no-brainer for sure.
But we protect our women, creepy men, right? So keep the creepy men away. And I'm not saying, we got to, so yeah.
Tom, can you give an example of how you could do just a respectful outreach to somebody, as a guy, It wouldn't be creepy.
Yeah. So like Aspen's going to join me in Hawaii, and he just doesn't know because he's kicking and screaming. He's going to take over Hawaii. He's a young super stud entrepreneur that I've been mentoring for years, and now he's probably going to be able to mentor me because he's going to become a millionaire here soon. I see him in the live stream. So if I was Aspen, and I don't have a wife that I know of yet, Aspen, or any of you, or even if you do, so you just reach out to women, whether you know them or don't, or you learn how to do it through the social webs. There's an unlimited amount of connections that we can teach you how to reach the right way. So if I was a single person, I would just find a partner in Savvy somewhere in your up team. So whoever's bringing you in, if they're a man, who's their up team. If it's a woman, then just create your partnership. Hey, my partner Cindy and she wanted me to reach out to you because she and I are launching a new athletic leisure company. And then you just go through the regular simple words. Are you open to taking a look? And that's it. My favorite story of all time, and she didn't join us yet, but we've actually building a relationship with her now. I wish I could play it right now, but I was on TikTok. I clicked on this woman named Sarah. I went to her Instagram. I hit the audio message button and I said, I love your TikTok, Sarah. You are so awesome. And I love that you're a Christian. We're Christians. So we had something in common. You don't have to be Christians, but find something in common with someone. And hey, my wife and I wanted to reach out to you, or my partner, Christy, and I wanted to reach out to you because we are rocking a new athletic leisure line and you might be the right candidate for what we're doing. Are you open to taking a peek? And she responds back, oh my gosh, yes, right? She was just so excited. She's like, that's kind of up my alley. I don't normally respond because I get 100 DMs a day. And she responded back like, oh my gosh, guys, I didn't know this, but it was Miss Universe like 10 years ago. Like she was in the top 10 Miss Universe. I reach out to some of the #1 fitness brands, women in the world. It doesn't have to be fitness. It can be moms or anybody, but people are open more than you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, they are. Okay, another good question. That was awesome, by the way, Tom. Thank you. How do you convince a man to purchase an enrollment pack when they can't wear any of it?
It's a business. It's a business. If you want to give it away, give it for Christmas gifts, sell it, have it. You don't need a bunch of inventory, but it is, even as a man or a woman, we are business owners. This isn't a game. It takes a little bit of skin in the game to play ball in a business if you want it to be a true business. Now, it doesn't mean you have to. There's always exceptions to this rule. Some people can, and again, we're transitioning to being a customer first company. Just let me put that as a disclaimer. It makes us more authentic. It makes us safer for long term. And I am more than excited with the new corporate leaders that are coming aboard to make it more customer first. But when it comes to them ready to upgrade to a pack, definitely, I always at least give them the benefit of the doubt of what's better for them, not me. And more importantly, better for the person that they might enroll in the future. I just find statistically, I've done this for 25 years. I'm one of the top enrollers in all of network marketing over 25 years. I average 100 to 500. And I just see the psychology of the people, not everybody, please don't, not everybody, but the majority of the people that do come in at the top package have the extra added leverage to bring other people in the top package. For the rest of their life, you can always just say, hey, I came in at the top package. They're going to ask, what did you come in? I came at the top. And they just get more people doing that. So it puts more skin in the game, and it creates more of an experience when they get that mail in the mail. They get that big box instead of the little box. So they get more of the experience to shop. And Kim and I are doing live streams and some other cool things today, do giveaways with some of our excessive, ridiculous over inventory that my wife keeps shopping for every week.
It's true. It's true. It's definitely. Okay, so I don't know if you can answer this one, but approximately when is the men's line coming out?
I'm going to give the direct answer for me. If that's okay. I don't know. And it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
Here's what I've learned about our corporation. We broke them last year, meaning because of Christy Belston and Courtney Nine and the lead, we put in more team members and more customers and more sales than probably any company in such a short period of time on the planet. And we're in a complex business model with new inventory every week and technology that couldn't keep up with us. That's all, most of it's being rectified, but we got the 4 million. So my point is this: The first year worked with all the bumps and bruises. I'm just telling you, as an entrepreneur, what I've learned with Savvy is I want them to stay single focused on putting all their energy on making America first, the greatest business model for Savvy, and put all their energy on women's clothing. That's just my perspective. I don't know what corporate's doing when it's actually coming out. But my point is we're perfecting the model that we have. And then I know in the timing, maybe it's next year, middle of next year, and I don't know specifically, but when it does, it'll be awesome.
It will be, absolutely.
But here, I will tell you this, men, for sure, you don't need the men's clothing to market this product. I promise you. It's almost easier. It's almost 1,000 times easier to get a woman to say yes to something, especially clothes, than a man. I wouldn't go down that tree. I would, even if we had men's clothing, I probably wouldn't even, I'd order it, but I'd probably just stay focused doing the same thing I've been doing for the last year because it's worked really well for Kim and I.
Yeah, it's worked really, really well. So again, Kim started with 13 people. We've been doing this for a year. If you're not aware, we're in pre-launch. Tom, can you talk a little bit about timing and pre-launch?
Yeah, pre-launch is for the tough people who like to be a part of an adventure and a challenge, because we're not, if you're looking for everything to be dialed in for customer support to software to tech issues to clothing to inventory, we sell out every week, almost partially by design and partially because we're growing at record speed. If you don't like those challenges, you're going to have customers that say, I got the wrong size, and customer to get back to me for, it's actually getting way better. I could say that with confidence now. It was not perfect last year, not good last year, a few months there, right? Let's just be real. But I strongly, with everything that's in me, pre-launch is the best time to create a great leverage for your family and start to really get territory. The world doesn't know about Savvy yet. We have less than 1% of 1% of 1% of the market penetration here in the United States. And with COVID, unfortunately, don't see a clear end in sight right now. We're the number one industry that I know of to be in, except for maybe face masks. We're the number one industry in the world that's booming. We're booming. It's like where everybody else is having challenges and we pray for them. But we are the company to be in and the industry to be in right now. I thought people would skimp on clothing. Nope. The average order here is higher than any wellness, nutritional, skincare, any other company in our niche in the network, more than anything I've ever seen out there.
Yeah, I love that. And so speaking on that, excuse me, there's a lot of wellness products out there. There's a lot of skincare products. There's a lot of beauty products out there. We're not a consumable product. Can you talk a little bit about that? We're clothing.
Yeah, but our average customer order mathematically already is more than most people that are forced to spend 50 or $100 in nutritional are spending here. So we are way better. I don't want to be in a consumable anymore. I want to be in an Amazon model where people want to buy. They want to shop like a frenzy on Friday, like my wife. My wife and I, in all these business models, if we have to spend 100 a month, we find a way to spend 101 maybe. I would freak out in other companies if I had to spend 110 because you needed a certain amount of volume to earn your check in other companies. Here, maybe the women could talk about this more. Hey, women, can about three of you, what's your average spend? Courtney, 9, she's one of the top leaders, but what's your average spend here? Miranda, I know you're just kind of getting going and rocking your business. What's some of your average spends, curious, real quick, three of you.
I'll share. And I actually was like a 100% my husband handed me the credit card because I had not bought anything new for myself in so long, was not into the fashion as much. And I probably spend, I hate to say $300 a week.
That's on the higher side. She's one of the top earners in the company.
But I will say also somebody, you spoke to something before. I give away some of it too, because whoever we're talking about that, I really think of it as a business. So I am leveraging some of the pieces that I love to give to my network as gifts and as even just to send to influencers and say, hey, would you share this? Because when somebody else gets it in their hands and they try it, and I'll ask them to challenge and give the feedback. So I've definitely, some of that is business, but most of it's for my daughter and I.
Thank you, Courtney. Hey, for time's sake, guys, want to keep this tight. Go ahead and put your number of what your average spend is. Get as many of you as possible. For those of you that have been shopping now for a few months, what's your average spend? Courtney, no, anytime one of the top leaders. Like you and Christy are killing it. So no, I'd love to thank you for sharing, Courtney. 5 to 700, 500 a month, 200 a month. Give me all your numbers, even if it's $50. I mean, not 400 bucks, four to 600 bucks. What a case study, honey, Christy.
Yeah. Wow. This is amazing.
150 a month, 150 to 200, 600, 200 to 300, 400, 300, 200 a month, 100 to 250 a month. So there you go. Is this consumable? It's better than consumable. That's so whenever anybody asks you from now on, for those of you in business, is this consumable? No. It's more like Amazon where people naturally just shop like a frenzy and the average order is way over 100 a month averaging for the year.
So
And again,
good.
some people won't, not every customer obviously going to spend 300 to 400 bucks a month. Some won't spend money this month and then they shop next month. And some might not shop at all, but just it seems like the average order for customers that are investing into their clothing is pretty good.
Right. And I mean, and some of that was a week, by the way. That wasn't a month.
Oh, I didn't
Those
see
numbers.
that. 100, 200 a week.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's blowing my mind, to be
Yeah.
honest.
It's a
Miranda, 250 a week. Does
Mhm.
Josh know? Josh is okay with that? Holy cow. You're in the Kim. And by the way, men, okay, no, sorry, side note. Go on.
No, you can keep going. So more questions from the guys. We would love to hear from you. I know that we're thinking of questions that you might have, and we're answering those questions for you. But yeah, it's pretty easy, and we're definitely not telling you how much to spend. But
Kim Challan.
yeah.
Kim Challan's probably over $2,000 a month.
Is that Kim in there?
So,
Funny.
but she can now finally.
Yeah.
So one question I did see come in is the products made in the United States. One of our main, maybe Christine, you know this answer really fast? Or
We have actually two manufacturing facilities that we're working with right now in the LA area, and one of those manufacturing facilities, our clothes are also made there as well. We do use some materials from Mexico. We do have that, and honestly, I don't know exactly where else we get our materials from. I just know that we are working on being 100% sustainable and working
Yep.
on something that you're going to be really proud of representing. And again, we're in pre-launch. Part of that means is that you're part of the creation of what we're doing here. If there's some things where you're like, you know what, I really want to move away from this, I want to move towards this, let us know, because that's the beauty of pre-launch right now, is that we do all have a voice in the company.
big time. All right, who's got the next question? We're gonna wrap up soon.
I know. No more questions? What do you ladies want to know for the guys? What are some questions you ladies are getting from men? Don't be shy.
Here, I have one more thing to tell the men, just to share if you do partner with us. The way that this, after 20, I've tried to do this model 300 different ways for shortcuts. Men always want a shortcut. They want to go the bigger way. They want to go the faster way. They want to go the way that makes the most sense in their mind, coming from their corporate background, their financial background, their fitness background, and sports, education, athletic. That's just natural for strong men, and not strong men personalities to come over here. Men, I will tell you, don't try to reinvent the wheel. If you do partner with this, follow the process. I've tried to break it for 25 years as a man, trying to go faster than everybody else. I'm super competitive, and I like to find the fastest way to win and duplicate and win for my family and my team. The way that women are doing it and the way that I'm doing it and the way that a lot of men are doing it here, it's already proven. You don't have to go crazy outside the box and go after influencers, although you can. You don't have to necessarily go niche-y. Just find a mom like Christy and Courtney and Amy White. Find a mom, let them get on fire. I'll take the moms here over the big time social gurus out there. The social gurus, not all of them are willing to pop into this model, even though it's a heck of a lot more lucrative. Stay focused on the simplicity and you'll see it duplicates more.
I love it. I love that so much. Tom, thank you so much for just your time and your energy and you just pouring into us the way that you do. And again, you guys, you've got Tom to be able to be there to support you and guide you and help you. But we're really excited that you took the time to come here today. As you can see, we've got your back and we have so many ways that we can support you in your business. Regardless on if you want to be an entrepreneur with us, maybe you're a visionary, you're a pioneer, and you see this for what it is. New company, we all know the power of new, the opportunities that are in place, being at the first, being in the beginning stages. is truly once in a lifetime opportunity. And if you're looking at this and maybe you are that entrepreneur and you can also see this as the business that it is, again, I congratulate you and I'm super excited for you. And I hope that we soon can welcome you here with Savvy. So if there's not any more last minute questions, you guys are excited about this. Awesome. If you're a personal trainer, wow, does this just go? This is hand in hand. The women that you're working with, they're living enough leisure wear, and so it's a really great way that you can bring in an additional source of revenue, which is super smart, especially in this day and age. All right, anything else? Tom, last
Let me
words.
rock those two quick questions that came in really fast.
Okay.
And when you go after personal trainers, just speak the same language. Hey, would you like to take a look at our new athletic leisure? And don't try to take and create a special, like all this extra thing the way that they think they want to do it. I know that. Just learn how to follow the simple model. And number two, the profit sharing. Here's what I would tell you about the compensation. When you get in momentum with this and when you follow the process, I have found this to be the most lucrative compensation I've ever seen, not because of the percentages in the number in the chart that's very confusing for a lot of people that are new. I don't even look at it for months, by the way, because I know it pays really well. I know what a lot of the top leaders are earning. And it's only getting better with the new compensation. Like they're always trying to enhance compensation and stuff like that. They're always trying to find ways to pay us more. So just know that our compensation mathematically is the fastest growing that Kim and I have ever earned in our entire life because products being pushed through it like a volume like I've never seen. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're trying to analyze numbers compared to this nutritional. Another nutritional mathematically might look better, but we make more because we have more sales and duplication.
Yep, absolutely. And can you end this with maybe a testimonial, someone that's doing really well in the company, like maybe Matt? We know you're doing well.
Is Matt here?
No, but maybe just share a little bit about his success here with Savvy. I know he's a founder of the company.
Guys like Matt Morrill, he comes in because he's been in this industry for 30 years, more than me. He's made way more money than Kim and I. And I'm like, Matt, why did you join? Because I see it working. Right? He came here because he also sees the work. So he doesn't think about it again from a man's perspective. He joined and he got to I can't mention income, but he became one of the founders in the company, doing over $200,000 of sales within just a few months by reaching out to men and women in the business. So there are men that come in here that don't overthink it, do the same thing the women are doing, and they're crushing it right now.
Another question is unilevel or binary? We're a unilevel.
Yeah, I like unilevels for long-term, simple, fair stability. They're the best longevity compensations for me. And I've been in binaries and unilevel, and unilevels are my favorite for the rest of my life.
And then can you talk about the opportunity of becoming a founding brand partner here with Savvy and what that means?
Yeah, you get to $100,000 of qualifying volume with our company, which for some people is pretty quick. But even if it's not, there's incredible perks that I don't know all the details of. Christy, do you know all the details, or you know what all those are?
Yes. So as a founding brand partner here, there's 20 seats available. There's seats available. This is, again, where we are right now being so new in the company. As a founding brand partner, you're going to get a percentage of commissional volume, whether that be quarterly, every 6 months, or every year. That's still to be defined. But the cool thing is basically you're set up for success. I mean, this is legacy income that, of course, you're going to be able to bring into your family. And so if you're looking for substantial income, now is the time because we have founding positions open. Also, let's see, any other questions there? I think that was it.
And also too, even if for some reason you don't make the top 20, there's still founding brand partner positions that will still be available for other perks and giveaways and different things, recognition and stuff like that for a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. So good. I have men on my team sharing very successfully. This is from Miranda. Men know women who wear leggings, right? And they know people who like to make money. They can share just as easily as women. So again, I think men actually have an advantage because they can come in as a third party. That's what my husband does. He has his own leg. He's got his own position here at Savvy, but he treats it more as if, hey, I'm a third party. You should talk to my wife. I basically do the work and then plug him into his business, and he gets a paycheck, and he's really happy about that. So it's pretty simple.
And one more quick thing too, women, when you get to, I believe it's still like this, where you go executive in the company, $20,000 of qualifying volume, and then you could put your spouse as a second position, which is a very smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
even if they don't want to like necessarily be extremely active, they can just refer a few people here and there.
Yeah, smart, super smart. All right, well, thank you guys so much for taking the time again to hop on. Tom, thank you again. Appreciate you so much. And if you guys have
Yeah, I want you
additional
to moderate.
questions, yeah, if you have additional questions, get back to the person that invited you to this call today, and they're going to take care of you and answer any questions that you might have. And we hope that we get to meet you soon in person in Cancun
Carolyn,
in 3 months. All right.
Fun.
Bye, everybody. See you.
Bye,
Thank
Christy. Great.
you.
Thank you.
Christy, you gotta do this
Thank you
all
so
the
much.
time. So
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you. Thanks, Christy.
Thank you so much, Jeff. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Tom and Christy.
Thank you, Tom and Christy.
Thank you,
Thank
Andy.
Thank you
you.
guys so
Thank
much.
you.
Yes,
Let's
thank
do
you,
this
Tom and
every
Christy.
month.
Oh.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.